Hey everyone, welcome back. So it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon and it is Tuesday, and to say it's been a crazy day has been an understatement. So if you live in Southern California, you're more than likely very familiar with wildfires. It's a very common occurrence. It's dry. We don't get a lot of rain. However, when they strike, they're always tragic and scary, and they're awful. We've been in fires where we've been evacuated and stranded, not being able to get back to our home. But again, a fire started yesterday in a neighboring city in Ventura, which is about 30 minutes from where I live and where all my family lives. And it spread literally like a wildfire. Like, there was gusty winds. It's been very tragic. People have lost their homes, and it's very, very sad. And with that, it was those things last night as I ended the vlog. I was kind of like, gosh, I should have filmed a few more things. I did a mask last night, and I could put out my few zits that I had gotten over the last few days because I spent one day and I did not wash my face. And I say never break out, but tangent, hi. And so I was like, gosh, I should have just like done a few more things and then edited. And I am kind of putting stuff away and the power goes out. And I'm thinking, like, so strange. Like, I've totally blew fuses before, because at this point I had heard about a fire, but nothing that had seemed like it was like a fire, like maybe a brush fire, it'd be contained. It didn't seem that serious at the time. And so I texted my neighbor. I'm like, is your power out? She's like, yeah, it's the entire street. And I went on my phone and realized power outages were from literally Goleta area, which is 15 miles like north of me, all the way to Camarillo, which is, 50 miles south of me. So it was this huge range of power outages, and it was due to the fire, which was crazy to me that we had that much power outage over so many cities. And I noticed that my my internet connection, I didn't have an internet connection, but my cell phone wasn't working that well either. And so I just kind of went to bed, and the winds picked up and the fire picked up, and it was crazy. I got some text messages from my dad's girlfriend just wondering about the power, and that they could see the fire from their house, but they weren't in any imminent danger. But it was super scary, and just kind of conversing. And then around midnight, I get a call from my aunt. And sorry, there's text messages because so many people know that my family is in that area. What was I saying? I get a call from my aunt. I'm thinking, that's so strange. They go to bed at like 8 o'clock. And I kind of listened to the message. I didn't pick it up right away. And it was kind of, I sounded like they were in the car. And so at that point, I still didn't know like how fast the wildfire had been growing, because I couldn't really get onto Facebook. I really couldn't get onto the internet. Everything was kind of down. Sending text messages, they weren't going through. So anyway, I called my aunt, and she was just really upset and saying, just wanted to let you know that we've had to evacuate. We barely just had to get the dogs and head out the door. That was literally what they had time for. They're heading to my other aunt's house. And so I was relaying that information to my dad, so he knew, and to my mom, so she knew. So again, it was a restless night, and we woke up, I think I got power around 3 o'clock in the morning. This morning I had to wake up. I have students who had finals due this morning, and I wanted to extend that due date due to the power outages. That was such a huge amount of time. And the power's going in and out. And, luckily, and thanking God, and the answer to our prayers is that her house has, at this point, safe. There's so much devastation around that I think that they're very, very overwhelmed. I think they feel very lucky and fortunate, but at this point, there's so much devastation that I don't even think that they can fathom that. And it's been tough for them. So, the sky is crazy. There's so much smoke. Where I work at is 15 minutes south, so closer to Ventura from where I live, and I will insert a clip from where I workplace now. So being outside, I can definitely feel it in my throat, in my chest. Being in Santa Barbara, it's still pretty bad. But I feel like it's a little bit better than Carp where I work at, but not much, but it's crazy. So that has been just basically what we've been dealing with. Schools were shut down in Ventura area. We were on a basically stay inside, which if you work with children and they're young like I do, it feels a little crazy. Definitely miss the outside area, but it was not safe nor healthy for our students to be out there playing and breathing in that air. So just wanted to update you on everything. And although I'm, you know, my heart is heavy for everyone who's been affected by this fire, it's still not contained. I'm going to be watching the news. This is kind of the first time I've been able to kind of be home since this morning and kind of see what's going on. So that I'll be doing this morning. And yeah, so although we're going to move on to some fun stuff and lighthearted stuff, you know, please know that my thoughts and prayers are with everyone out there, and I'm so thankful for those that are fighting this fire and helping people and reaching out for home and shelters for animals. So yeah, this is definitely total devastation for so many families, and that as a community that we can reach out and help each other is always something incredible to see. So with that, I'm going to segue into a little bit of a more fun topic, that is advent calendar. So people have been asking about the Sephora calendar, and I know that that was online, and so it was nothing special. I had to pre-order, but I mean, when you see it, I want to say, and it was before Thanksgiving, that you could see the advent calendar from Sephora. I happened to go into Sephora the day after Thanksgiving, not at my local Sephora, at the one in Ventura, and they just had it behind the counter. I was like, is that for sale? And they were like, yeah, it's our last one. I'm like, sold. So I just came across it. I didn't intend to get it, but I'd seen it in store and decided to get it. But I know I'd seen it online, but I think it sold out pretty quickly. So if you're interested in it for next year, I definitely be on the lookout as you get closer to Thanksgiving. So there you go. And the Tsum Tsum one, if you love that one, I got that at Costco, but I also sell it at Target. That's kind of, I can think you can get it online on Amazon, but it's cute too. So let's start with the Tsum Tsum one. My mom loves this one. I don't know. I mean, if you're a Disney lover, isn't it just like the cutest? So we're on day, gosh, I can't even keep it, on day 5. It's December 5th. Oh, it's a big one, which is great, but I really like the little ones, you guys. So let's see. The big ones are always like pieces you've got to put together. Oh, cute. I don't know what it is. What is it? Okay, so I don't know what this is. It has this, like, it's a present. Anything else in there? Goodness. So it's like this. Because I don't know what this is. So it's like this. And it has like a little indentation. And then there's another piece. So then there's this piece. Let's see if we get that to focus. So there's this piece with a hole in there. And like, I have no idea how it goes together. The only logical way that it can go together is like this. But like, I don't know what that is. Whatevs. Alright, this battery's dying. I gotta change it. Okay, new fresh battery. Okay, so any of you have the Tsum Tsum advent calendar and you know what that is, please help a girl and let me know down below, because I cannot figure that out. I don't know. Okay, so Sephora advent calendar time. Let's see. Today we're on day 5. It's up here today. So let's go. It's a long one. Oh, cute. Love it. So this is, I knew this is a hair tie, and you guys know if you've watched my previous Sephora haul or things I like, I don't know. I love the Invisibobble for not creasing in my hair, but I also really like these, and I actually have a bunch in my repertoire. Before I got into Invisibobble, I used these, and they're just the elastic bands like this. And they hold your hair like not like super well, but they hold it well if you don't want it like it's something really tight. So I like it. I could always use another one, so I'm gonna put that away. And yeah, ooh, the blue. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that away. And just so you know, like, it's no joke. Like, see, I have more, quite a few of those. And then just, you know, don't mind this, I spilled something on my reusable bag. So one thing I am doing is, after last night, charging my portable batteries. I have this one, which is like literally works like once, maybe twice, and this one has like 8 charges in it, and it's good for the iPad. So I have those plugged in. After I realized last night that obviously my phone wasn't charging because I didn't have power, and I had a good amount left, like a quarter of a battery. Sorry, a quarter of a battery, but I didn't know when the power was going to go back on. So I'm actually gonna sorry, I'm getting these texts about people, and I'm gonna actually, what do you call that, charge my phone right now while we have power. I don't anticipate that it will go out, but they're having such strong winds in Ventura area that it could go out again. We are not having any winds here, so it's kind of crazy that it's such a close neighboring city and it's such a difference in that varying winds. So, oh man. So I'm gonna go, because we got some news on it. I kind of want to see what's going on. So talk to you soon. Okay, so I have had dinner and got out of the shower, and I thought we could go over tree details, you guys. I've had a lot of questions about my tree, and I thought I'd just share a little bit with you. So this is an actual real life Christmas tree. It's a noble fir and it is flocked, which means that this white stuff on it came on it. Now look, you can kind of see like it doesn't really come off that easily. So it's not as messy as I thought it would be at first, yes. And it tends, the flocking at the bottom tends to fall off a little bit easier, but like as you can see, it's not so bad. Now, the first few days I was doing a lot of vacuuming, but as you can see, I vacuumed yesterday, and yeah, there's not a lot going on in the back of my tree. There's probably a little bit more stuff falling off because the curtain touches it. So it's my first year having a flock tree, so I'm really enjoying it. I had always kind of wanted one. I was asked the question, would I get one again? I think I would. I love the way that it turned out, and again, it's not as messy as I thought it was going to be. One thing that was really awesome is that I got it at a local like Christmas tree, I want to say farm, it's not farm, place here in Santa Barbara, and it came flocked. You could pick out a tree and have them flock it, but you'd have to come back for it because they weren't going to flock it right on the spot. But I loved this tree. I loved the way it looked. I loved the flocking on it, so it was perfect. the place that I got it done, they put a huge white, looked like a big trash bag over it, and then the netting so that this flocking wouldn't get all over, because I did put it in my car. Now granted, because the top is obviously pointy, it kind of went through the bag, so there was some flocking in the car, but not nearly as bad as it could have been. So the rest of this tree is mostly courtesy of Michael's. Like, and by courtesy I mean that I got everything there. I had the lights, obviously I like white lights, and then the star, it's a little crooked right now. That is actually from like a local hardware store. So, but you can really get any of these kind of light up stars kind of anywhere now. So the first thing I got was these balls. I got these on Michael's, and they came in a huge like a huge container of 35. And the colors that came in it were this pink rose gold shimmer, this kind of mercury glass looking bronzy color. Let's see. This kind of matte gold color with a tinge of blush. And then these silver sparkly colors. And so those were, oh, did we say? And these kind of like more of these white opalescent ones. So those were the balls that I got at Michael's to decorate the tree. Now, 35 pieces. I think they were originally $29.99 when I got them on sale. I want to say it was like, I mean, obviously, was it before Thanksgiving? I think I got them for maybe 12 bucks, and they were $29.99 originally. So the rest of it was a Michael's purchase just this past weekend. They were having some doorbusters of everything that was Christmas was 50% off, and then I had a coupon for additional 20% off. So I didn't really have a plan. I just kind of walked around. So the first thing I knew I wanted to add a little bit of dimension to the tree and make it not so like monochromatic was these pine cones. They're on a stick like this. They have this like rose gold glitter on it. And these were $1.99 each and 70% off. Let's stick that back in. Sorry, I'm sticking that back in. Okay, and I was even doing that. There is flocking that's falling. I bought them all out. So one thing is, if you're looking for multiples of an item and things are on sale, my suggestion is to go early. I went early on Saturday morning, picked all these things up, and there was a lot of stuff. And I went back that afternoon with a friend of mine, and everything was really picked over. While I was there, I also saw these in the floral areas. And I was trying to stay relatively inexpensive. So I picked these up, and these are just picks, and they had quite a few of them. And oh, these don't have a price on it, but I'm pretty sure that these two had were $1.99. Some of the stuff I left the prices on because I wasn't sure how they were going to look, but I recall that these had the price tags like right here on the tip, so I took them off. And then I just kind of when I got them in, I just kind of fluffed them out so that they had more of like a effect of like coming out of the tree. And then the last thing were these flowers, and these were in the floral section. Flowers can be very pricey, and these were probably the ones that I liked the most. They were the least, and these were $5.99 each, and these were 70% off. So that is the extent of it. So all those decorations probably cost me about close to $40, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out, you guys. So, final thoughts. I love the tree, and I'd love to do it again. I'm definitely gonna say, my first thought was like, at the end of this, I'm gonna get rid of these ornaments because I don't want to hold on to them, and I probably won't use them in the future, but I think I might hold on to them and maybe alternate years on trees, on these different kinds of trees and styles. I can see if I had a place where I could have 2 trees. This could be one, and then my other one with all of my sentimental ornaments. But I'm really, really loving it. And so, you know, quite frankly, I've seen a lot of people do these on YouTube and have these beautiful trees, and the price that the people are paying for these ornaments is insane. Like Ballard Designs, Front Gate, like I hear them say all of these things where I'm just like, I've seen pics go for like $8.99 each, $9. Like, it's crazy. And like, that's not in my budget. But you guys, it is easy to try and recreate something and put your own spin on it by utilizing what's in your local craft stores, waiting for sales. Like, I think that the quality of this tree could go up against some of these amazing trees that I see on these YouTubers videos for a fraction of the price. You just have to kind of have an idea. Like, I kind of knew that I wanted to keep it in the white and cream family with like hints of blush. And when I found them, they had some silver, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I want silver, but I really, really liked the way that it turned out. Little pops of color and shimmer and shine, which I love. It really, really came together. Another tip, go early. This kind of stuff sells out fast when there's sales. So hit the stores when they open early, when they have these sales, and take as much as you need. Like, I took way more than I needed, and I thought I needed, and I needed it all. And I thought, you know, I could have maybe used 2 more flowers or a few more pine cones. The pine cones, I bought them out. The few that were left were broken. But buy more than you need, because you can always return them if you don't use them. And so those are kind of my tips. And you know, it was fun to try something new, to be different, to try and be a little bit creative and try something fun. So yeah, I had a wonderful time, and I am loving all the feedback that you're getting and how much you like it. So yeah, I hope that kind of helped you out and gave you some inspiration if you're looking to do something like that for this year or next year. So okay, so I'm gonna kind of wrap up this vlog for today. I have been doing my masks every night. Last night I did a clarifying one because I started to kind of tell you I was breaking out right here. I think one night I did not wash my face. Breakout, which I always wash my face. So I did kind of a clarifying one yesterday, but let's find something. This weekend I didn't do any, so I felt like I just didn't have as much time. Let's see. My system's working out. I love that I can just like grab this really quick. I'm gonna have to see, like, envision this, and then we'll take a look at the end of Vlogmas and see how much it's gone down. I have not refilled anything in here, so I'm gonna use this one, I think. This is always a real tough decision. Okay, so on the tonight, this Lab Series Skin Soothing Mask. So that's it for tonight, you guys. My face is like really red and warm. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I'll see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day, who knows, 14, 13, 12? I don't know, I've lost track. I'll see you tomorrow for another day of Vlogmas. Bye.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We